prior to after, obviously. But now that I understand how difficult he is to deal with, there's no one else like him. You can't prepare for him, even at
his age,
even at an elder version of him.
And shit, it was pretty cool to see. And honestly, even with the majority draw, it's a win for Manny, because damn, if he can do that off a 3-year layoff at 46, that's pretty telling, for one, where the sport of boxing is when your world champ can't beat 46-year-old politician Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, Manny, you can't come out of retirement because this guy is so bad. Like, that fired him up a little bit, and then he goes in the ring and he does nothing. He goes in the ring and, like, I thought it was an embarrassing performance.
Many fighters are truly worried about Manny Pacquiao returning because at age 46 he still moves like he is in his prime. Sean Porter watched Pacquiao in training and also saw his fight with Barrios and said he believes Manny remains a dangerous fighter even with age. His speed, footwork and energy are still at a very high level. Many opponents feel the legendary Pacquiao is still here and has the ability to defeat elite fighters, even today in the ring at the highest level of boxing world stage.
What do you think about the overall matchup?
Everything, man. I watched him train like last week or the week before, and amazing to see him still move and bounce and do all the same things that he was doing in camp years ago when I was with him. So he's still locked in. He's still him, crazy, but he is. You know what they say, man, the last thing to go is that power.
Chris Algieri, who shared the ring with Manny Pacquiao when both were at their best, gives a respected and unique view. He believes there is something in Manny that has not faded with time. While many fighters lose sharpness as they age, Pacquiao still confuses younger opponents who find him hard to deal with. Algieri says Manny is one of the toughest fighters to prepare for because he is unpredictable, fast, explosive, and always keeps attacking. He believes age has not reduced Pacquiao physical or mental strength and says those traits cannot be recreated or fully matched in training. In his opinion, Pacquiao comeback is not only realistic but also a real threat to anyone who steps in the ring with him.
After, obviously, but now that I understand how difficult he is to deal with, there's no one else like him. You can't prepare for him, even at
his age,
even at an elder version of him.
During his fight with Mario Barrios, Manny Pacquiao surprised many fans by showing that his signature style was still there at 46 years old. Most people expected an aging legend trying to relive past glory. Instead, the audience saw fast footwork, sharp combinations, and smart movement from different angles. The same skills that once made him one of the most feared champions were clearly on display. One of the biggest surprises was how competitive every round turned out to be. Even the rounds he lost were close. His timing, ring control, and stamina all looked strong. Barrios was expected to take control because of his younger age, but he often ended up reacting to Pacquiao instead of leading the fight. It was clear that Manny was not just there for appearance because he was still performing at a very high level.
I think Manny's always been good at that. And my son really pointed it out perfectly. He was still good at it. He was still good at it. I think he was stealing some rounds at the end. Whether he deserved them or he didn't deserve them, whatever. They were close rounds. He might have stole them on the judges' cards. What we shouldn't forget is he's a special guy, and he put a special performance. I never saw calves on the legs of somebody that big. I mean, it's incredible. I thought early on he stumbled a little bit. I thought his legs were stumbling a little bit, like you might see in a 46-year-old, a little bit. But at the end, they got the act together. He used them pretty good. He used them pretty damn good. What I think he also did was maybe a little bit of, I think the word illusion is too powerful, but I'd say a little misleading, where he threw those real fast punches like my son said. They weren't quality punches like they used to be, where there was real impact and real power at the end of them. They were more like just quick punches. And they weren't all being impactful. They weren't all landing clean. Some did, but they weren't all landing clean. And they definitely weren't landing with real power.
Social media personality and fighter Salt Papi shared a strong view on a possible rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. He said Manny's current condition shows he is still active, fit, and mentally sharp, unlike Mayweather, who has stayed away from real competition for a long time. Salt Papi believes that if these two legends met again, the outcome would be very different from their 2015 fight. He feels Manny's speed, activity, and hunger would overwhelm Mayweather's slowing reflexes. Even though Mayweather has maintained an unbeaten record through exhibition bouts, Salt Papi believes Pacquiao's return to form makes him the more dangerous fighter at this stage.
Have you spoken to Manny recently? I know you're friends with him.
No, I haven't spoken to him. No.
What would you want to see him do next?
fight Floyd Mayweather or Gervonta Tank.
You think he beats Tank, near prime Tank Davis?
No, we'll see. Like styles make fights, so we just don't know.
What about Mayweather versus Pacquiao too?
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Yeah, like Manny is still active. So.
Okay.
Pacquiao's performance against Barrios reminded everyone why he is considered a generational talent. Every time Barrios tried to move and Manny responded with 2 or 3 very fast punches. His work rate, energy and footwork were on a much higher level while Barrios fought in a more careful and reactive style. What impressed fans and experts most was how young Pacquiao still looked in his movement. His legs stayed active, allowing him to cut angles and open up space. Many even questioned the official result, saying Manny's aggression and high punch output clearly stood out over Barrios' limited counters. It was not just that Pacquiao looked good for his age, it was that he still looked like he belonged at the very highest level.
Happened. Barrios was so tentative in this fight. He was essentially standing there for some of the exchanges. Manny Pacquiao came out and did what Manny Pacquiao does. By the way, credit to Manny. At 46, he still had some feet. He was moving, dancing on Mario Barrios. He was throwing combination punches going forward on Mario Barrios. And when he wasn't doing that, he was countering Mario Barrios, who looked like a stick in the mud. He looked like he couldn't even get out of first gear because Manny was hitting with combinations. Were they hurting super bad? Maybe not. Some of them definitely were. Had a mouse under the eye of Mario Barrios, but others were just flurries, and they were keeping Barrios at bay. And when Barrios was throwing 1, Pacquiao was throwing 3. When Barrios would throw out his jab, Manny would counter with his lead right hand, stepping on the inside plane, doing all the old Manny shit. It was pretty cool to see. And honestly, even with the majority draw, it's a win for Manny, because damn, if he can do that off a 3-year layoff at 46, that's pretty telling, for one, where the sport of boxing is when your world champ can't beat 46-year-old politician Manny Pacquiao, but 2, just how great he was. 8 division world champion, started his career at 106, I think, comes up to 147. What are we talking?
Some critics question why Manny chose to return and suggest that money may be the main reason. They argue that after everything he has achieved, he has nothing left to prove. As a Hall of Fame champion across 8 weight divisions and a global sports icon, he could easily remain retired. Still, his comeback has raised many doubts. Critics say the risks are higher than the rewards at his age, especially because boxing becomes more demanding on the body over time. In their opinion, no amount of pride or legacy should be enough to justify returning to the ring unless a big payday is the real driving force.
Crazy for coming back and fighting is because they don't understand what's going on in Manny Pacquiao's life. When a fighter is 46 years old, he doesn't just come back to fight a top fighter because he just wants to fight a top fighter. When he's going through that, that's what's brought him to that place in the first place. And that is having what we call bandwidth extension. He's totally scattered his brain and lost so much money over the course of time. And the same thing that happens when you get a paycheck and you start spending, and because you get shiny object syndrome, you want to get the new watch, you want to get the new gear, you want to eat at the restaurant, you want to go spend money. That's shiny object syndrome. And you can't get it under control the same way that Manny Pacquiao did. He couldn't get things under control. So therein lies the situation where all of that money that he's made, hundreds of millions of dollars, just burnt. And now you gotta fight. But if you really stop focusing on the symptom and start concentrating on the root of this thing, and the root of this thing is bandwidth, shiny object syndrome, trying to be so relevant in so many different scenarios. You wanna train, you wanna run this other business, you wanna do this, you got this great idea. And it all boils down to the term that I use all the time, and that's compensatory control, laser focus. Get one idea, follow through with that idea. You gotta have a plan in order to do it. And that's how you get from here to here. That's when you're 46, you don't have to fight anymore. And that is my message today. Just understand why you're scattered. Understand why you can't get anything going all the way through. You can never finish that thought process and execute the plan, and therefore you continue to find yourself in a situation where you're desperate. You're trying to find a way to get back to where you were, which is even. But if you stay locked in and concentrate on the compensatory control factor of your life, which is doing everything that you think of every single day the exact same way, and I take 1 minute.
However, Pacquiao has repeatedly denied that money is the reason for his return. Over the years he has earned a reputation not only as a fighter but also as a generous humanitarian. He has helped fund hospitals and supported disaster relief efforts in the Philippines and has never hesitated to give back from his wealth. Manny often tells the media that he fights for his people, not for his money. He says his comeback is driven by passion, legacy, and inspiration. For him it is about proving that age is only a number when the heart is still strong and showing that greatness does not have an expiry date. After the Barrios fight, attention has now shifted to speculation about who Pacquiao might face next as boxing discussions continue to grow. Rolly Romero has emerged as a leading candidate, especially after training clips showed he is already getting ready for the challenge. His camp has expressed strong interest in the matchup, and Romero himself has said he would be honored to face a legend like Manny. At the same time, Gervonta Davis has also been mentioned as a possible opponent, but that fight is still unclear because of promotional issues and scheduling conflicts. Some fans still call for a rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao because they believe Mayweather would win again. However, they often ignore the fact that Mayweather is older than Pacquiao and far less active in real competition. He has not faced a serious opponent in years and has mainly taken part in exhibition bouts with lower risk and high pay. A renewed Pacquiao would be a very different challenge compared to 2015. Back then Mayweather faced a version of Manny who was dealing with a shoulder injury and not at his usual rhythm. This time he would be up against Pacquiao with full speed, strong intent, and nothing to lose, which is a fight Mayweather would
I realized that this is the time that I can help my family. Before that, we don't have food to eat in one day. We just drink a lot of water to survive. And I remember one time my young brother is 5 years old back then, and he was crying like in the afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon. He's crying because he's hungry. He's asking for food. We don't eat breakfast. We don't eat lunch. He don't understand what is. When you're telling him no money, we have no money to buy food, and he's crying like, "Mom, I'm hungry." Like he's crying, and I look to my mom and look at his eyes, and it's the tear flow in his eyes, and then I feel so sad, and like of course I'm crying also because hungry. We drink water just to survive. That's our past, so that's why I always told them that, Manny Pacquiao is Manny Pacquiao, but I don't have the right to become arrogant, to become boastful. I want to stay humble because we've been there. We came from nothing.